Good evening, Standard 6. Once again, welcome to every one of you. And today I'm going to start chapter 6 of your geography, which is about the North America's climatic condition, natural vegetation, and wildlife. So, students, as you all know, that North America is a vast continent, third largest continent in the world, and it extends from the tropical zone in the south to the frigid zone in the north. So, the climatic condition is not same everywhere. It differs from place to place. When you move to the north, you experience different climatic condition. While when you go to south, the climatic condition is entirely different, and it is not only in the case of North America but in the case of every continent, because there are many factors which affects the climate of a place. Okay, now this if you will see this North America, you will find especially the major part of the North America lies in the temperate area, okay, temperate zone. And your Mexico as well as your Central America, these lies in the tropical zone of the climate. See, students, there are certain factors which affects the climate of North America, and in these factors, the most important factors, there are especially the four factors which affects the climate of North America. The first one is your size of the continent. Then second one is your ocean currents. Third one is your prevailing winds, and last one is your direction of the mountains. So first of all, I would like to mention you about the size of the continent. See, students, size of the continent is also an important factor in deciding the climate of a place. Suppose your North America, it is a very vast continent. So there are many places in this continent which is away from the sea areas. The places which are located near the sea, they experience moderate climate, while the places which is away from the sea, they experience extreme type of climate. Now what is the meaning of moderate and extreme? See, moderate climate means neither too hot, neither too cold, while your extreme means hot summers and cold winters. Okay, so ultimately the places which is located near the sea, they enjoy the warm summer as well as not very cold winter. Okay, the temperature is very moderate here, while the places which are away from the sea areas, they experience hot summers and cold winters. Okay, so extreme climate means hot summers and very cold winters. Now next one is your direction of the mountains. See, direction of the mountains also play a crucial role in deciding the climate of a place. Like in case of North America, you will see that the extension of the Rocky Mountains and Appalachian Mountains, they obstruct the oceanic effect to enter the central lowlands. Now the ocean currents also plays a crucial role in affecting the climate of a place. See, oceanic currents, the ocean currents, whether that is a warm current or a cold current, that affects the temperature and rainfall, especially of the coastal areas. Okay, see, first of all, I would like to mention you what is warm current. Warm current are those currents which flows from equator towards the polar region, like your Gulf Stream. It is a warm current. And cold currents are those currents which flows from the polar region towards the equator. Okay, like your Labrador current. So see, ocean currents also plays a great role in affecting the temperature and the rainfall. Suppose just take the example of Gulf Stream, which is a warm current. It makes the winter milder, especially in the southeastern region. Even the warm currents, they bring rainfall in the eastern and western coastal areas. Like just take the example of Labrador currents, which is a cold current. It actually plays a crucial role in lowering the temperature of the coastal areas. Okay, so ocean currents also affects the temperature and rainfall of a place, especially of these coastal regions. Next one is your prevailing winds. Yes, prevailing winds. What are prevailing winds? So the prevailing winds are actually the winds that blow from a single general direction, like your trade winds. So trade winds, they flow from east direction throughout the year. So prevailing winds are actually the winds that blow from a single direction throughout the year. They don't change their direction. Okay, if a trade wind is coming from eastern direction, it will blow from east direction only throughout the year. Okay, so these are prevailing winds. So your in North America also, southwesterlies and your northeast trade winds are prevailing winds, which brings rainfall throughout the year, which provides plenty of rain to North America, which is very crucial for the vegetation, for the development, for even not only for the human beings but also for the wildlife as well. Now let's come to the distribution of rainfall. See, the rainfall's distribution is not even in North America. So you will see some parts are receiving rainfall throughout the year, and other parts are facing drought-like situations. Okay, suppose your southeastern part, yes, the southeastern coastal areas and northwestern part of North America, they receive rainfall throughout the year because of prevailing winds like your southwesterlies, north east trade winds. Because of these winds, they are receiving rainfall throughout the year. When you move to the interior, you will when one moves from the upper part to the interior of the North America, you will see the rain is decreasing. The rain gets decreasing. Okay, so the interior part doesn't get much rainfall as compared to the higher parts. And in the southwestern part, you will see that severe drought like situation is existing. Why? Because there is lack of rainfall, there is no rainfall. Now I am just giving you example of how rainfall is distributed in North America. See, the areas which are getting the maximum rainfall are your Central America, Northwest Pacific coast, the coastal areas, and the lower basin of the Mississippi River. Okay. Now, areas which receives rainfall between 50 centimeter to 100 centimeter are your Rocky Mountain areas and eastern belt of Canada. Now, areas which receives rainfall between 25 centimeter to 50 centimeter, it includes mostly the western part of the continent and mainly the Great Plains and the western part of the prairies. Now the areas which receives rainfall very less, or you can say the parts of North America which gets the scanty rainfall, less rainfall, are your areas of Mexico and southwestern parts of USA. Okay, now let's come to the climatic types. See, if you will see North America, it is divided into 8 different climatic regions. Okay, and these are tundra, taiga, cool temperate which is existing in the east, and cool temperate which is existing in the west. Now there is tropical type of climate, Mediterranean type of climate, and desert type of climate. So North America has as it is very vast area, you will see that there are different climatic zones in North America, and these climatic zones are especially of 8 types. Okay, tundra type of climate, taiga type of climate, cool temperate climate which is existing in the eastern area, cool temperate climate which is existing in the western area, and your tropical climate, Mediterranean climate, and desert climate. Now first of all, let's come to tundra type of climate. What type of climate it means? What is the meaning of this type of climate? What type of condition prevails in this? See, this tundra climate, it is also known as Arctic type of climate, and it is especially found in the northwestern region of North America, coastal areas of Canada and Alaska. And what is the feature of this type of climate? See, summer will be cool and short, winter will be very long and cold one. The winters are very cold here. Okay, and in winter your snowstorms or blizzards are very common here. Okay, now next come to taiga type of climate. It is especially found in the broad belt below the tundra, from the Pacific coast in the west to the Atlantic coast in the east. Basically, you can say that this taiga type of climate is found in Canada. Now, what are the features of this taiga type of climate? Basically, see, winters are very long and severe here, and although in tundra also you will see the climate, winter the climate is very cold and very long. The winters are very long and very cold. Here also the winters are very long and cold, but here snowfall is an important feature of winter, and summers are very warmer in comparison of the tundra region, and it receives rainfall especially during the summer season. Now let's come to cool temperate climate, which is found in the eastern coast. See, this type of climate is especially found to the east of the St. Lawrence River and the Great Lakes, and due to the influence of the Gulf Stream, the summer, see, Gulf Stream, again, Gulf Stream is a warm current. So, because of the Gulf Stream, the summers are mild and it gets moderate rain. This area especially receives moderate rain. Okay. Now, winters are very cold. And why winters are cold? Because of the cold current known as Labrador. Labrador is a cold current. See, it is as I had mentioned you that the ocean currents also affect the temperature of a place. Here it is the example. In the eastern coast where you find cool temperate climate, there you are seeing that the presence of cold current such as Labrador, the name of that cold current is Labrador. So because of the presence of Labrador, the climate, the winter seasons are very cold in this area. And this area, the best part is that this area receives rainfall throughout the year. So it is the best part. Now, cool temperate climate, which is found in the western coast. It is especially found in the northern part of the continent. Okay, and what is the feature of this climatic zone of North America? See, here summers are very cool or warm, you can say, and the winters are mild, and this area receives less rainfall during the winter season, while in summer it receives in summer it receives less rainfall, while in winter season it receives plenty of rainfall. See, this type of climate. Now next one is your cool temperate continental climate. This type of climate is especially found in the interior part of the North America. So here you will see the summers are warm because of the rain, and this rain is received by this part because of the northeast trade winds, and winters are also mild here, and although this part of the continent they get rainfall throughout the year, but as the winds move from the coast to the interior part, they have very little moisture to shed, and that is why you will see that during the winter snowfall is very common here. Now let's come to the tropical type of climate. Here you can say the tropical type of climate is basically like an equatorial type of climate. Now what are the features of this climatic zone of North America? So it is basically found in the southern Mexico and your Caribbean islands, as well as Central America. And this type of climate, what is the basic feature of this type of climate is you will see that in this type of climate it is hot and humid throughout the year. Rainfall is abundant. In these areas get maximum rainfall, and rainfall is very especially occurs during the summer season. And most important feature is that there is an absence of winter, because these areas have hot and humid climate throughout the year. So extreme winter or very cool winters you will not find in this type of climatic areas. Now let's come to the Mediterranean type of climate. It is especially found in the areas of southwestern coast and along the western coastal belt of California. And in this type of climate you will find that summers are very hot and dry, and winters are very cold, and the rainfall especially it is brought by the westerlies. Okay. Now come to desert type of climate. See, it is very evident to all of you that where there is a desert type of climate means very extreme hot summers, lack of rainfall. Now, this desert type of climate is especially found in southwestern parts of North America, especially in the Colorado Plateau and northern Mexico. And the driest and the smallest desert of the North America is your Mojave Desert. Okay, Mojave Desert, it is named after the native tribe of America, Mojave. Okay. Now, basically, you know, where there is a desert type of climate, there will be extreme hot summers, very cold winters, there will be no rainfall, vegetation will be very less. Same is here also. Now, I would like to mention you about the hottest and driest point in North America, and that is your Death Valley, which is located in the Western Hemisphere and which is situated in this Mojave Desert. So, it is the driest and hottest place in North America. Now let's come to natural vegetation. Vegetation means your plants, trees. Okay. So the plants, the natural vegetation which is found in North America, they have been categorized into 8 types. The first one is your tundra vegetation. Next one is your taiga vegetation. Another one is your cool temperate vegetation. Next one, warm temperate vegetation. Then temperate grassland, tropical vegetation, Mediterranean vegetation, and finally the desert vegetation. So one by one I am mentioning you what is the important feature of these different types of vegetation. The first one is your tundra vegetation. See, tundra vegetation especially refers to the those small plants or trees which is found in this region, especially like your lichens, grasses, mosses, and it is actually a treeless region. Okay, where you will not find a tree. Only small bushes or small plants are basically found in this areas. Now, taiga vegetation. See, it is found in broad belt south of the tundra vegetation, and it consists of thick coniferous evergreen forests. See, here you will find the different types of trees like your pine, maple, larch, and others. Now come to cool temperate vegetation. Here you will especially find the combination of deciduous trees as well as coniferous trees. Now, especially in the lower part and the west it is very warmer, so deciduous trees are basically grown, while coniferous trees are grown in the upper and the colder region. Okay, now the deciduous trees like oak, chestnut grows in forests mixed with coniferous forests such as yellow pine. Next one is the important trees which are found in this cool temperate region are beech, birch, maples, oak, chestnut, and see, these trees are basically found there because of abundant rainfall, because of maximum rainfall. So here you will find the green forests, you will find the greenery. Now next come to temperate grasslands. It is especially located in the interior part of the North America. Okay, and it is also known as prairies. Prairies are actually the grasslands that is found in the temperate region of the North America and your other parts of the globe. Now, the vegetation of the prairies in North America, it is divided into 3 types. The first one is your short grass prairies, then mixed grass prairies, and the tall grass prairies. So basically you will find their extension from central lowlands to the Gulf of Mexico in the south. So prairies are very important feature. They are basically the temperate grasslands of North America. Now, tropical vegetations. See, they are found in Central America, West Indies, and parts of Mexico. Why? Because these regions are very hot and wet. I have told you about the tropical climatic condition or equatorial type of climate. In this type of climate, it rains throughout the year. It is hot and humid climate throughout the year. Because of this climatic condition, it makes possible to grow trees with thick barks and large roots. and this is most important feature of this kind of vegetation. Basically, what kind of trees you will find in this type of vegetation, in these type of areas, that is logwood, palms, rubber, banana, sugarcane. These are the trees, or these are the plants which are basically grown in this part. Now come to Mediterranean vegetation. It is especially found in the western coast of North America, especially California coast. See, here summers are very dry and hot, and winters are very cold and wet. So natural vegetation of this area, it is adapted to stand with the drought situations. Means as this area gets less rainfall, so it is not like that this area is not having any kind of vegetation. Because of the climatic condition, the plants which are grown in this area, they basically are able to adapt themselves even in the situation where they don't get the water. Okay, and what kind of trees are found in this area? Magnolia, oak, cork, cedar, olive is especially grown in this type, are special features of this type of vegetation. Now this last is your desert vegetation. See, desert vegetation is especially found in the south of the taiga belt and east of the prairies. See, due to extreme summers, very hot, very harsh climate, very hot weather, the rainfall is very less. So the vegetation, you will not find so much vegetation here, so much plants here. So especially what is the kind of vegetation which is found in this area? It is cacti, thorny bushes, shrubs. These are the basically vegetation which is especially found in the desert area. Because why the vegetation is very less? Because of the no rainfall, hot summers. So that is the reason why there is lack of vegetation in this area. Now finally I will come to the wildlife. So as we have seen the different kind of vegetation, different kind of climatic condition in North America, so the wildlife, there is a extensive variety of wildlife in North America, and that has been categorized according to the climatic condition, according to the type of vegetation found in North America. So you can find the polar bears or your reindeer or Arctic fox, especially in the tundra region. Why? Because it is it is having very cold and severe winters. So these animals are able to adapt according to the situations. In tiger region, you will find fur-bearing animals like mink, fox, bear, and others. In cool temperate forests, you will find examples of wild animals like foxes, bears, deer, and others. In temperate grasslands, you will find the animals like your rattlesnakes, your wild cats. While in tropical forests, monkeys, snakes are very common, and in the desert vegetation, you will find especially the scorpions, lizards, and snakes. So this was the description of the wildlife which is found in North America. So I hope students there is no problem. If there is any problem, please mention me in the comment. I am giving you the question and answers, everything.